stirs minds to movement. Interesting little piece. It, first of all, made me look up what akinetic means in the dictionary, which I didn't know. And I learned something, especially in reference to Aristotle. But there's a lot packed in there. And what it reminded me of what was the attempts during the Renaissance and the early part of the Enlightenment to basically explain away all of human experience and all of mental activity through some kind of mechanistic process. And there was a follower of Descartes, actually, by the name of Condillac, and he proposed what he called a statue analogy, which is to start with a statue and then to give the statue one sensory dimension, say the sense of smell, and then another sensory dimension, say the sense of hearing. And he felt that just by adding some minimal senses to the statue, you could make the statue human. And of course, that didn't work in the Enlightenment, and it still doesn't work, I don't think. But it's sort of the same argument that's being raised in this piece, namely that if you have this kind of mechanistic society without this notion of desire, without this notion of imagination, then you're really missing the point about what it means to be human. And that's all of the richness and the real depth of how we feel, how we desire, how our emotions really play in with our rational self, our ability to think, and how that rich hodgepodge sort of all comes together and makes us who we are and what is unique about ourselves, and why we love and why we get excited and passionate about what really motivates us, what we desire. And it sort of takes me to another part about what's so special about this university, is that we are the heirs of a rich Catholic intellectual heritage. And I guess I would end with this note, namely that this Pope Benedict XVI, when he became Pope, he basically continued a tradition of his predecessor, John Paul II, in really presenting hope as a virtue that, again, gives depth to our life and gives richness to our experience. And when Pope Benedict XVI was here at Catholic University, and he gave an address on higher education, it was within the context of hope as being a truly human and uniquely human experience that really defines us and makes us who we are, because it encapsulates everything that we want to be as people, everything, every goal that we have, every objective that we want, every desire we have. So I think it fits very nicely with this particular piece. And I noticed that the next one happens to be an excerpt from John Paul II on hope. So that's a good segue.